Wow, I just totally got cut off in my last episode. But anyway, what's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 6 of my Chesterfield career mode. And we're starting off with another league game against Exeter City. And we get to use our starting team once again. So it's just alternating every once in a while and every other game. So this is the first episode that I have 3 games. So maybe a little bit longer. Plus, I have the squad report, so we'll get to see how everyone's progressing and how they're doing. They make a huge mistake right there, and I get very lucky off a little deflection from Porter in the 45th minute. So that's 2 mistakes by the defense, and they paid for it right there with Porter. Once again, he is on loan from Sheffield, I think. Yeah, one of those teams. But that's kind of annoying because he's done very well for us, but we won't have him for for as long as we need, because as soon as the season's over, he'll go back. So I might look into getting him for another season or maybe buying him, but nonetheless, we do win 1-0 right there, and that was that was just a little bit of luck goal for us. But that's okay, because we come up against Northampton. So yeah, this is how this game went. It was a back and forth game, I would say. They're one of those teams that just passed it around the back a lot, and it gets very irritating, and your patience runs low once they start passing around the back like that. But I actually give Doyle a start this time, and I give Marshall. I wanted to see how Marshall performed, and Banks. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. Banks. He's a backup at this point. He's 57 overall, but this guy is so good. I don't know if it's because of his height, his weight, his strength. I don't know. He's 57 overall, and I think he's like 21 years of age, and that he plays so well. He might be my favorite player, and he's a backup at this point, but he may go ahead and get the start for the team. But right here, Broadhead, I go ahead and give him the start because he's 18 years of age, even though he has the low overall. But Banks, right center mid right there, he is a hell of a player, and I don't know what his potential is or anything. But right here, O'Shea is running low on energy in the 74th minute, and we get a corner. So, every minute before this, it is the 74th minute, but every minute before that has just been back and forth, back and forth. But right there, Ollie Banks, yep, his first name's Ollie. Ollie Banks in the 75th okay, 75th minute, gets a nice little header goal right there. So I was feeling pumped. I'm like, hey, Doyle wants a goal, but unfortunately, their keeper does make a nice little save. So I'm thinking, let's go for another goal off the header, but unfortunately, that does not happen. So it's the 81st minute, and I thought they may come back, but they actually did not. So we won again. So we are still undefeated, and that's awesome. I didn't expect that, especially with bumping up to world class. As you saw right there, I had 7 shots. They had 1 shot. So, they didn't really do a whole lot on the shots, but, they passed very well, and their possession was a little bit higher than mine. So, I don't know. I guess that's a glitch or something. They had 2 emails, they said, but whenever I went into it, there was none there. So, yeah, right here, I just want to look for a squad report. So, I just want to see how everyone's doing. Tommy Lee, he's played very well. He's 64 years of age, but 64 overall, and he hasn't progressed at all. But a lot of my players have gone up a little bit. Liam Cooper, he's played very well. 22 years of age, he's gone up too. Nathan Smith, he's going to be very good in a couple of years. Sam Morsey, he's a very good player. Deriqua, I think, yeah, Deriqua's done okay. Ryan's done alright. Yeah, see right there, Porter for Sheffield. Yeah, that's why I looked back at him, because I wasn't sure that he was on loan, but he's 64 overall and 27 years of age. And I'd say the biggest disappointment so far is Gunandalit. If I'm saying that right, I'm not sure, but he looked like he'd be a very good player, but unfortunately he wasn't. Yeah, 57 overall, 21 years of age. He is a very good player, 6'3", 165 pounds, but he's a very good player. So Humphreys, he's going down, even though he's done very well, just because he's retiring at the end of this year. So David Marshall right there, he's 16 years of age. Obviously we just signed him. And Doyle, he's going up, even though I'm not a huge fan of him at this point, just because 2-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot just isn't really doing it for me. So yeah, and then we do have one more game here. This game, I don't know what to say about this game, because I don't have a whole lot of highlights for it, and that probably tells you how this game went, because it was just a lot of midfield play. There wasn't really any highlights in this game. So well, I just keep the starting team. I was going to make a little change and maybe put Matthews and or Marshall, whatever his name is, the new guy. But he might start. I'm not sure. Yeah, that was really the only thing right there. 90th minute, and I am desperately trying for a goal right here because I didn't want a tie. A tie would have been alright, but I want that win. So I just go in here with Ryan, right here to Roberts, and he uses his right foot. I could not believe it. He's a lefty by his preferred foot, but he just used his right foot, and it was devastating, because if he would have used his left foot, that probably would have went in. But yeah, it wraps up this video. That is our first tie, and that's fine. We're still undefeated, so there's no problem with that. That wraps up episode 6. Episode 7 will be out in the next couple of days. So thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks, Martin and Alan. English Football League 2. Accrington Stanley 2, Portsmouth 1. Bury 3,